Welcome to Centauri Stir Fry. Stir Fry here. How the heck are you? Hope you guys are being excellent to each other. Today I'm just going to go over a few books that I picked up last week and maybe even from the week before. I don't know, it's really light. I've been really just kind of big at hunting for back issues and stuff like that lately. Also, there'll be a small contest update where the stack is getting bigger. The DC stack, mind you. Alright, first up, we got some independents here. Here we go. Die by, was it Mark Millar? No, it's Robert Kirkman. And Chris Byrne. Chris Byrne, first of all, the art is awesome. This is the guy who was doing Batman Incorporated with Grant Morrison. This is an interesting book here. I'm making jokes, but it kind of reads like a Mark Millar book. Just a little bit, like Wanted or something, just a little bit. There's some hitmen involved in there, and there's even some conspiracy theories in there, if you ask me, and there's very, very gory, very, very violent. It might even be too heavy for me. I'm not sure. I might just go back and read Plastic Man after this. So that's just my thoughts on it. I mean, you know, there's some subject matter in here that's like, man, do I really want to go down that rabbit hole when I'm trying to enjoy a freaking comic book? I don't know. The funny story about this is, I guess, you know, you guys probably have heard, there was no solicitations for this at all. It just kind of showed up. You know, I was at the comic book store and I was picking up my few books that I wanted to get, and I was up at the cash register. And this guy's really cool. I've known him for a long time. And he had a stack of them right by the register. I'm like, what is this? What is this? And he's like, that's the new Robert Kirkman book. You'll probably like it. I was like, really? What's to do with that? Never heard of it. And he was like, yeah, they just showed up, like a stack of them. They didn't even charge me for it. I was like, cool, man. Can I have one? He's like, yeah. I was like, how much is it? He's like, $3.99. Like, okay, son of a... Anyway, it's a cool read. It's just like, I don't know. It's very violent. There's assassins. There's politicians. You know. Second book is... Sword Daughter by Brian Wood, and who is the artist? He's awesome. Jose, I can't even, I'm not even, Villarrubia. I think I'm pretty close. This cover is great. It's an awesome cover. I like the story so far. The second issue was really good, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. We got a mother and daughter team up, and they're on their little quest for revenge. They don't really get along that great, but it's kind of what, you know, it's kind of like how parents and especially daughters can be. And then there's Farmhand. I guess this is the guy who did Chew. The art's interesting. It's not really my style. And to be honest with you, I have not read Chew yet. So, yeah, you can thumbs down now, I guess, if you want. But I have not checked out Chew. I know everyone says it's great. I just haven't got to it. There's some really creepy, cool moments in here. But I actually enjoyed it. I'll stick around for maybe 3 issues. That's my standard rule, 3 issues, and then I'm out. I liked it. What else we got here? We got Saga, which I've been reading Saga since the beginning. I have all of them, and even some graded signed copies. I really like Fiona Staples' artwork, but this cover is god-awful. I hate it. It's like the worst, laziest cover she's ever done. This is great. Paper Girls. I'm just a Brian K. Vaughan guy, you know. Why the Last Man, Ex Machina. I like all this stuff. And this has got really good artwork by Cliff Chiang, the guy who did the Wonder Woman. With Brian Azzarello. That's really good. So that's it for the independents. Also, I've been checking out, sadly being a little disappointed in this, Jason Aaron's Thor run. Now, I actually like the art. Sorry, it's quirky. It's kind of got a heavy metal vibe. It's just, I like the art a lot. It's strange and it's weird. But again, here's another character with some kind of internal monologue system in place where he talks to some kind of, it's not AI, you know, it's like Iron Man has a suit, Spider-Man has a suit now. I guess even Batman in the movies he's on a walkie-talkie with Alfred. Does Thor need that? Does Thor need to be talking to somebody in the heavens, throwing him down hammers? That's my big problem with this book. It's like Iron Man with a hammer. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too rough on it. I usually love Jason Aaron, but I'm not really feeling that. Just got this for the cover. I actually have like the first, 40 or so issues of one of them, and then I kind of dropped off. I enjoyed them, but I actually like this run. Just I kind of stopped, just kind of cutting back. But these covers brought me back. They're just beautiful. I mean, this is like, you get a tattoo of this or something, man. On your forearm, like a sailor. And I've been enjoying Deathstroke. I really need to get the rest of the issues. I got like the first 10 or so, and then I dropped off, so I need to fill this run in. Because what Christopher Priest is doing is just awesome. It's just a fun ride. So big ups for Deathstroke. If you want some, Larry Hama, I think he does, he did. It's like G.I. Joe type stuff, just some little fighting, a book with fighting in it, less dialogue and more fighting. That's like sometimes I'm in the mood for that. All right, and here's Superman, issue number 1. Brian Betz, man, there's like 1,000 reviews out there, and I'm not gonna lay down a steaming poo on this thing. I'm not. But there are some problems that I don't like. I don't like that he reset everything that Tomasi and Gleason were doing. I think it was a really good run, and I think the characters were fleshed out nicely. And I like the Man of Steel 6-issue miniseries, but I'm not feeling this one in particular. I don't know why. The art, probably the best thing about it is probably this cover. What's this? Who is this? Adam Hughes cover. I really like that. And the interior art by Ivan Rice. That guy's great. I loved his work on the early Aquaman stuff. My biggest problem with this is it just doesn't. Something weird about it. Like he goes through this Dominator armada like that, but he can't take out Ra's al Ghul, Rosalgar, whatever his name is. And then his conversation with Martian Manhunter is very strange. I thought it was out of character. And it just seems like, okay, Martian Manhunter's this crazy globalist now. Go ahead, take over the world. I mean, what do you... Did something happen to him in the Justice League comic? Was he infected by Luthor somehow? There's something there. Something's wrong with it. It just feels wrong. But there was a really good moment where he's talking about... They're having a conversation, Superman's running back and forth, taking out monsters, a kaiju, and in a second comes back. I mean... I guess all the other heroes could just retire after reading this book, because Superman's got it. I mean, there's a whole old, what is it, late 80s domination, like the Invasion storyline? I think it was called Invasion. And I think they were supposed to be a pretty big threat, these Dominators, but he just takes them all out like that, like it's nothing. But the weird conversation is, you could just take over. And Superman's like, he's like automatically like, yeah, it's good seeing you, but no, I don't do that. I actually like that he responded that way, because I would agree. Because I'm not really into Ozymandias' one world, new order thing that never really worked out. And I guess either is soups for now. So that was it. That's all I got. Now, there's a contest going on. 300 subscriber contest, and we've got a giant stack of DC books. Let me show you. Watch the previous video, sub, like, and all that stuff, but here's the stack. We got at least I think we got 30 books here so far. Some pretty good stuff. We got some nice Alex Ross covers in there. And here's what we're adding to it so far, which I think some of these books are pretty cool. They're not like mind-blowing, but they're cool. Here's a really cool one. This No Man's Land cover. Can you see that? Was it J. Scott Campbell doing the Joker? Which, if you look closely, I think the Joker looks like Prince a lot. And then we got something that I think is really cool. Just for funsies, we got Batman in the Spirit. This is awesome artwork by Darwin Cook. That's great. Jeff Loeb and Darwin Cook. Man. The late Darwin Cook. A great artist. Man. Just probably beat you in arm wrestling in a bar too, Just a man's man. And then I'm adding this that I found not too long ago. I mistakenly thought this was the first appearance of the Silver Age, or whatever. Whatever, Bronze Age. That's Deadshot, but it's not. The cover looks a lot like it. I've actually got it. I had to look it up. I had one graded, so I was like, no, man, I'm an idiot. No one called me out on that. But it's still a cool Jim Aparo cover, so I'm putting that in there. And then, Birds of Prey, there's a movie coming out, so if you want to get to know Huntress a little bit better, here's Huntress number 1. This is the pre-New 52. So the arts are really good. It's Marcus Toe. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. That guy's good. I like his art a lot. And then, I don't know if I already... Yeah, we're adding this. Detective Comics, the 982. Yeah, 982. A really good book, especially if you're in the mood to get away from Tom King. So check out Detective nowadays. And I'm adding this, Prelude to the Wedding stuff. That'll be almost the complete set. I think I'm missing Riddler and something like that. Riddler and Batwoman, Batgirl. I'm not sure. But they're included in here, so there's quite a bit of that. If you've been looking for that, they're going to be getting this giveaway. Then this Teen Titans book here. Look at this. Robin and Kid Flash quit. And their clothes are everywhere. Their stinky drawers are just laid across this white page. This is an off-white page cover. Then we got part 1 to the Judas Contract for the Teen Titans. Now that's when Tara pretty much portrays the spoiler. She does. She portrays them. The second part, these are really awesome George Perez covers and artwork. Now I'm not including the Nightwing first appearance, but that's part of the story if you have it. One of my favorite issues. I love this issue. This is great. This is Birds of Prey with Dick Grayson, Nightwing, hanging out with Batgirl when she was still Oracle. And this is a very touching issue. If you don't know anything about Oracle, that was a really great handicap character, a hero. It was Barbara Gordon. After killing Joe, she was crippled, and now she's like kind of like a hacker and like an intel person for the Justice League and Birds of Prey. Very cool character, and I think I preferred her this way. She had more depth and more to offer than just another Bat character, in my opinion. Sue me. And we got this really awesome John Byrne. John Byrne's one of the greatest artists, if you ask me, and this is a great freaking Darkseid cover. Look at that. That's sweet. John Byrne, Darkseid. Yep. And then lastly, so far, this stack will continue to grow. So I think when it hits 50 comics, that'll probably stop. But so far, we're looking at 40. So this is the second part to Hush. So you got a very well-drawn Huntress by Jim Lee. Let me tell you, not bad at all. And then you got Poison Ivy. So this is the second part of Hush. This is your green Poison Ivy. Is that the first appearance of a green Poison Ivy? I'm not real sure. I know that's kind of what she looks like nowadays, or off and on. But the art's awesome in this. This is when Jim Lee still had it, if you ask me. There's some awesome fight scenes in here, and Huntress is no slouch. So I think it's going to do it for this episode. Remember, go back to the other video, the 300 sub contest thing. A few videos, like it, subscribe, and you're in, man. All right. That's going to do it. Yeah. There's a kid approaching, so these videos are going to slow way down. But I appreciate everyone who's subbed so far and sticking it out with me, even though I'm a rambling idiot. I very much appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys. Remember, spay and neuter your pets. Be excellent to each other, wild stallions, and man, you was right. See you next time.